Spring offensives typically look like massive tank columns and infantry pushes. But on the Ukrainian ground today, FPV drones have created a static landscape where anything that moves is quickly destroyed. Holding a line by digging a trench has become a liability. A fixed position in a barren field is almost impossible to hide from modern surveillance. This tactical paralysis is driven by the absolute prevalence of FPV drones, which now maintain complete dominance over the immediate airspace of the fighting. The front line has dissolved into a chaotic death zone reaching 10 kilometers deep. Any logistics truck or heavy tank that enters this area is spotted and systematically dismantled from above. Heavy combat equipment only moves forward under one specific condition. The enemy's drone operators must be hunted down and eliminated first. They have become the primary targets of the infantry. Because affordable technology has created a stalemate in the mud, victory requires bypassing the trenches entirely to fight a different kind of war in the deep interior. To see that war, you have to look up. Beyond the static ground front, a massive continental-scale air war is raging in the night sky. Russia recently launched a massive bombardment, deploying over 900 drones and dozens of missiles in a single week. Ukrainian air defenses managed to intercept over 96% of the drones and the majority of the missiles. Hidden within those numbers is a significant detail. The Russian military used far fewer ballistic missiles in this barrage than in their previous attacks. A modern military doesn't hold back its most powerful weapons during a coordinated strike unless the supply is failing. This reduction in ballistic missiles suggests that earlier Ukrainian strikes on manufacturing plants are starting to show results. To exploit this, Ukraine is using an asymmetric maneuver that turns Russia's massive geography into a defensive liability. Ukraine sent massive drone swarms toward Moscow, forcing Russia to shift air defenses to protect the capital. This created a defensive gap. Ukraine used it to bombard Leningrad's coastal oil terminals for 3 consecutive nights. By forcing the enemy to choose which assets to protect, Ukraine exposed the engine of the Russian military. They struck directly at the oil economy that funds the war. These strikes bypassed local fuel reserves to target the systemic infrastructure of the oil trade, the maritime terminals, and the critical storage facilities at the seaports. Ukraine is simultaneously hitting the oil refineries located on the main pipelines. These nodes sit exactly between the extraction wells and the sea. If oil cannot be refined or loaded onto ships, the raw product has nowhere to go. Storage facilities quickly fill to capacity. Once full, Russia has to physically cap their extraction wells to prevent a system-wide failure. This leads to a potential 10 to 20% decrease in total Russian oil extraction, cutting directly into the government's ability to fund the war. The April 1st decree forcing Russia to ban gasoline exports suggests this strangulation strategy is already working. Success in this conflict is now tied to the systematic dismantling of Russia's economic core, leaving the static trench lines at the front secondary to the industrial war in the rear.